Alright, it's now July, which means it's time to talk about all the new movies coming to theaters and streaming this month. And make sure you have your wallets ready because there's a lot of good movies to see. On July 2nd, the first movie coming out is going to be Jurassic World Rebirth. This is the newest movie in the Jurassic franchise, and I'm actually pretty pumped for this one, more pumped than some other people. I know we've been burned lately through the Jurassic movies, especially with Dominion. I thought that one was just horrible, easily my least favorite. I go into these movies for fun, dumb dinosaur movies, man. Dinosaur action. Not a smart script, not a smart story, but Dominion just wasn't great. This one looks really fun, and they brought Gareth Edwards in to direct this, the director of Godzilla, the creator, Rogue One. So I'm hoping that it's at least decent. Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali. I cannot wait. It's also shot on film. It's gonna look beautiful. I'm just hoping that it's at least a fun popcorn movie. Then we got Heads of State premiering on Prime Video. This is a new action movie starring John Cena and Idris Elba. I gotta say, from the trailer, I'm not very impressed with this one. I think it's just gonna be another run-of-the-mill, dumb action movie that I'll watch and then forget about in another hour. I know some people love these types of movies, but just like with Amazon's other, action president movie that they had, G20, I think it was called, I didn't care for it at all, and I don't think I'll care for this one that much. Then on Netflix that day, we have The Old Guard 2 dropping. I actually just watched the first Old Guard movie starring Charlize Theron. I thought it was pretty decent. I thought it was fun. It wasn't anything great. If you haven't seen it, it's about like these people who have lived on Earth for a long time. They realistically can't die. They're like superheroes, quote unquote. It's a fun movie, turn off your brain type of movie. If I were probably to recommend one movie for you to watch on that day on streaming, I would probably say The Old Guard 2 over Heads of State, as The Old Guard 2, you'll probably get a little bit more enjoyment out of it. Then on July 11th, we only have one movie coming out, and that is going to be Superman. He Reigns the Day. I am so excited for this movie. I have my early screening ticket for the Amazon Prime screening. If they're still available in your area, you better get them quick as they're selling out really quick. I think a lot of them are already sold out. This is going to be so hype. We haven't had a Superman movie since Man of Steel, which was a long time ago. When was that? Like 2011? My God, man. This is the start of James Gunn new universe. I think it's going to be a great start. The trailers have really impressed me. I love the vibrant look of this universe. David Cornsweet looks terrific as Clark Kent, but I think it's Nicholas Hoult that has me really excited as Lex Luthor. He just looks great as Lex Luthor. He looks like straight out of the comics Lex Luthor. A lot of stuff in the trailers, man. The action looks great. I'm a little bit worried about some of the CGI, but I'll forget about it eventually when I do watch the movie. But I'm planning on at least watching this 3 times in theaters opening weekend. If it's great, I'll probably see it even more than that. I just feel like it's so awesome. We're finally getting another Superman movie. On July 18th, we have 3 movies hitting theaters. The first one being Edington. This is Ari Aster's newest movie, and this one is going to be pretty divisive like all of his other movies. Beau is Afraid was probably his most divisive movie yet. I like that movie. I don't think it's his best movie. I think it might be his worst movie. Hereditary still being his best. Midsommar being, right in the middle for me. And Eddington's a very interesting one. It's kind of like his look at the 2020 COVID virus in a small town. It's like the mayor and the sheriff are kind of butting heads going at it. You got Pedro Pascal, Austin Butler, Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone, and you got a huge cast in this one, a great cast. I'm a little bit worried about it though, because it is 2.5 hours, and I've always think Ari Aster's movies have been a bit too long for me. Outside of Hereditary, I think that one was a perfect length. I like that Ari Aster is really doing something different though. Beau's Afraid, he did something different. This one he's doing something different. But I wish he would stay in his lane just a little bit more. I do like his horror movies just a bit better, so I'm very cautiously optimistic for Eddington. Then we have the new reboot/sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I actually just watched the first one not too long ago, and I thought it was pretty fun. I think it's a pretty nice movie to watch. It's nothing like, an amazing horror movie. I like the cast and their chemistry really well. This one is kind of taking like a Scream, step into their franchise, where they're rebooting it like Scream did in 2022 or 2023, whatever it was. They have two of the legacy characters coming back with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. And we got new characters in here. Madeline Klein's in this one. Chase Two Wonders is in this one. You got a lot of great cast members in this one. I think the trailers have been pretty great for this one. As I said, I've only seen the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm not really interested in any of their sequels. I know they do the sequel thing. I still know what you did last summer, but I don't think I'm gonna watch any of those before this one. I'm optimistic for this one too. If it's anything like the first one, I think I'll enjoy it. But it's just nice that we're getting some of these main cast members coming back. Because me myself, I'm always a big Freddie Prinze Jr. fan. The last movie on July 18th is going to be the new Smurfs movie. I don't know why they're still making these. I guess there's a big enough audience for it, but I've always thought the Smurfs movies have been pretty bad. This one, they're taking a new look at the animation. It's pretty different from the other ones, and Rihanna is kind of the main selling point of these movies. If you've seen the poster in any of your theaters, it's going to say Rihanna as Smurfette. I'm not interested in this. I know maybe some families are, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a major flop at the box office. And I'm going to place my bets right here. I think that this is easily going to be the worst movie of the month. On July 25th, my most anticipated movie of the month comes out in theaters, which is Fantastic Four: The First Steps. I am deliriously excited for this movie. I know we've been, crash and burn throughout the latest Fantastic Four movies, especially with the Fan4Stick movies. But come on, this movie, if you've seen the trailers, you gotta say, from an art and style perspective, it looks amazing. I love that 60s aesthetic that they're going for. The colors are all popping out off screen. I love what they're doing here. I think this is the same director as the WandaVision series. And what's funny about the Fantastic Four is that it's been rebooted like 3 times. And it's always been rebooted like every 10 years. There's like 2005, the first one came out. And then 2015, Fan4Stick. And now 2025, the new one's coming out. And this one's going to lead right into Avengers Doomsday. I'm interested how that's going to work, but I'm so excited. We're finally getting Galactus at his full size, the real Galactus. And you also have the Galactus popcorn bucket coming out in Regal theaters, every other theater I think it is, for $80. Will I buy it? Maybe. Is it a bad idea? Maybe. Does it look cool? Yes. I love this. Johnny Storm has always been one of my favorite Marvel characters. So excited to see how Joseph Quinn handles him. And we're getting Franklin Richards too, so that's going to be really cool to see. I think that this is going to be a great Marvel movie. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong, but I'm so pumped to see this in IMAX. Then on Netflix that day, we have Happy Gilmore 2 coming back. Happy Gilmore is finally back after many, many decades. It's probably going to be the best streaming movie of that month, but I was always very nervous when this got announced because it's a Netflix original movie, so who knows if it's going to be any good. The first one wasn't a Netflix movie, as Netflix didn't exist, but now Netflix, they wanted to make a sequel. And I think it's been doing pretty well. Views from the trailer, I think this is going to be a major hit for Netflix. So good on them for making it. It's gonna get a lot of views, a lot of clicks. Adam Sandler back in this role, man. I don't think he's lost a step since that trailer came out. He still looks great. The whole cast, I'm loving everyone in here. The vibes just look stunning, look amazing. Looks like one of those classic summer movies, but a small part of me is still upset that this isn't hitting theaters, but I'm still going to watch it. Then on July 30th, the last movie of the month hitting theaters is going to be Together, starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco. This one looks awesome. It's another horror movie. And this one, if you haven't seen the trailers or if you haven't seen the poster, just look up the poster. It's about like this couple who are experiencing like some horror kind of thing in their house, and then they start kind of conjoining together. It's a really interesting premise. There's been some interesting legal battles happening over this movie too. They've been sued saying that they copied the idea off someone, but Michael Shanks came out and said that the script's been in the pipeline for some years. So who do I believe? I don't really know, but I'm still very pumped to see this. The trailers have been excellent. It's been getting some great reviews out of some film festivals for the last 6 months. So I think that's going to be great. And I love that, a real life couple is playing a couple in the movie with Dave Franco and Alison Brie. They're a great couple, great Hollywood couple. I've always loved Dave Franco. I've always loved Alison Brie. So I'm very excited to see this one. It's another movie from Neon, who is just killing it lately. They just had a Nora winning Best Picture. So super pumped to see that. But that's all the new movies coming in theaters and streaming this month. I'm most excited for Superman, Fantastic Four, and probably Together. Those are my most anticipated movies of the month. Leave down below in the comments what you're most looking forward to this month. There's a lot of great movies, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Peace out.